We all live with the objective of being happy. Our lives are all different and yet the same. In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. I simply can't build up my hopes on a foundation consisting of confusion, misery, and death. I have often been downcast, but never in despair. I regard our hiding as a dangerous adventure, romantic and interesting at the same time. In my diary, I treat all the privations as amusing. The best remedy for those who are afraid, lonely, or unhappy is to go outside, somewhere where they can be quiet, alone with the heavens, nature, and God, because only then does one feel that all is as it should be. And finally, I twist my heart round again, so that the bad is on the outside and the good is on the inside, and keep on trying to find a way of becoming what I would so like to be, and could be, if there weren't any other people living in the world. If I read a book that impresses me, I have to take myself firmly by the hand before I mix with other people, otherwise they would think my mind rather queer. I soothe my conscience now with the thought that it is better for hard words to be on paper than that Mummy should carry them in her heart. I simply can't build my hopes on a foundation of confusion, misery, and death. I think peace and tranquility will return again. I don't want to have lived in vain like most people. I want to be useful or bring enjoyment to all people, even those I've never met. I want to go on living even after my death. I must uphold my ideals, for perhaps the time will come when I shall be able to carry them out. In the long run, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit. Laziness may appear attractive, but work gives satisfaction. Think of all the beauty still left around you and be happy. Whoever is happy will make others happy too. Who would ever think that so much went on in the soul of a young girl? How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. I'm afraid that people who know me as I usually am will discover I have another side, a better and finer side. I'm afraid they'll mock me, think I'm ridiculous and sentimental, and not take me seriously. I'm used to not being taken seriously, but only the light-hearted Anne is used to it and can put up with it. The deeper Anne is too weak. Parents can only give good advice or put them on the right paths, but the final forming of a person's character lies in their own hands. I see the world being slowly transformed into a wilderness. I hear the approaching thunder that, one day, will destroy us too. I feel the suffering of millions, and yet, when I look up at the sky, I somehow feel that everything will change for the better, that this cruelty too shall end, that peace and tranquility will return once more. Whoever doesn't know it must learn and find by experience that a quiet conscience makes one strong. Dead people receive more flowers than the living ones because regret is stronger than gratitude. The good news is that you don't know how great you can be, how much you can love, what you can accomplish, and what your potential is. If I haven't any talent for writing books or newspaper articles, well, then I can always write for myself. I don't think of all the misery but of the beauty that still remains. I live in a crazy time. Hey winners, if you are enjoying my video so far, please don't forget to subscribe and like my video. Thanks. Let's move on. Human greatness does not lie in wealth or power, but in character and goodness. People are just people, and all people have faults and shortcomings, but all of us are born with a basic goodness. No one has ever become poor by giving. Although I'm only 14, I know quite well what I want. I know who is right and who is wrong. I have my opinions, my own ideas and principles, and although it may sound pretty mad from an adolescent, I feel more of a person than a child. I feel quite independent of anyone. We aren't allowed to have any opinions. People can tell you to keep your mouth shut, but it doesn't stop you having your own opinion. Even if people are still very young, they shouldn't be prevented from saying what they think. What is done cannot be undone, but one can prevent it happening again. Because paper has more patience than people. I can shake off everything as I write. My sorrows disappear. My courage is reborn. I've found that there is always some beauty left in nature, sunshine, freedom, in yourself. These can all help you. Thank you for watching my video. And click the subscribe button and give a thumbs up to get inspired fast.